quickly look at this question on vectors. In my previous video, I explained how to calculate resultant of two vectors acting at angles to each other. Now, let's look at this question on the board. An object is acted upon by two forces of 10 Newton and 12 Newton. Calculate the resultant of the two forces. 1. If the forces act perpendicular to each other. 2. The two forces act at an angle of 55 degrees to each other. So we have two questions on the board. Let's quickly solve the first question. Question 1. When two forces act perpendicular, when they are perpendicular to each other, it means the two forces are at right angles to each other. So let's force 1, which is 10, force 2, which is 12. My F1, this is my F2. So I'm going to complete this rectangle. My F1 is 10 Newton, my F2 is 12 Newton. To get the resultant, I'm going to find the diagonal of this, which is my resultant. Now to get my resultant R, I'm going to use Pythagoras theorem, which says R squared equals to 10 squared plus 12 squared. As R squared is equal to 100 plus 144. 144. And this is going to give me 244. I'm going to find the square root of 244. And that's going to give me 15.6 Newton. So my R is equal to, that's 10 squared, 100, 12 squared, 144. The square root of 244, my R is going to give me 15.6. So that's the resultant of these two vectors. Now, the second question says, we find the resultant if the two forces are at an angle of 55 degrees to each other. When the two forces are at an angle of 55 degrees to each other, this is my, and that is an acute angle. Angle between 0 and 90 degrees is an acute angle. 55. My F1, my F2. This is 10 Newton and this is 12 Newton. What do I do now? I'm going to complete this parallelogram. Then the diagonal is my resultant. The diagonal is my resultant. Now, to get the resultant, I'm going to make use of my cosine rule. Now, for me to know, let me make the number is A, B, C, D. I have on the board parallelogram A, B, C, D. Now, for me to get the resultant, you know the total angle in a parallelogram is 360 degrees. And what are the properties of a parallelogram? The opposite angles of a parallelogram, they are equal. Now, if angle A is 55 degrees, definitely angle C will be 55 degrees. Why? Because they are opposite angles. Now, I'm going to get my angle D now, the two other angles, I'm going to say 3 angle A equals to C. Reason opposite angle of a parallelogram. Okay? Opposite angle of a parallelogram. So I'm going to get the two other angles, going to give me 360 minus 55 plus 55. So 360 minus 110. So 360 minus 110, which will give me 250. So the two other angles, they are 250, is 250. Now, how do I now get it? To get B and D, I'm going to have 250 divided by 2. 250 divided by 2. and it's going to give me 125. So my angle D is 125 degrees, while my angle B also be 125 degrees. Why? Opposite angle of a parallelogram, they are equal. Now, with this now, I can make use of cosine rule to get my resultant. I can make use of cosine rule to get my resultant, which will give me r using cosine rule now. R squared equals to f1 squared plus f2 squared minus 2 into f1 f2 cos D. So let me substitute that. F1 is 10 squared plus 12 squared minus 2 into F1. 10 multiplied by 12 cos 125. Cos 125. Now, my half square is going to give me 100 plus 144 minus 2 into 10 multiplied by 12 will give me 120, then cos 125. Cos 125, that will give me a negative sign, yeah, minus 0.574, 0.573, 0.5735. Let's use it in four figure table. So my 100 plus 144 is going to give me 244 minus 2 times 140. That's 240 minus, so 240 minus, this is minus 240 times minus 0.5735. Now let me expand this. 240 multiplied by 240 multiplied by 0.5735. That will give me 134. Now this is minus, it becomes plus. Minus times minus will be plus. So this is 244 plus 137.64 plus 244. So my answer is my r squared will give me 381.64. So I'm going to find the square root. Square is equal to 381.64. My half is going to give me the square root of this 381.64. My resultant is going to give me square root 19.5 Newton. My resultant will give me 19.5 Newton. So this is how to get the resultant of these two vectors acting at 55 degrees to one another. Now, for me to get the angle with which it is making with the horizontal angle alpha now, to find, I'm going to make use of a sine rule to get this angle. I'm going to make use of sine rule to get this angle. For the concluding part of this calculation, you can meet me in the next video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Thank you.